Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to do a program analysis from Sweden. People are getting very, very good at program design, and I'm having to go to 2 boards in order to cover all the stuff that was given to me. This program comes to us from Yazan, a physician in Sweden. He starts with diet. Excellent place to start. Then he tells me how much he walks per day. Then he goes to gear. Then he goes to general overall layout. Excellent strategy for communicating information. His intermittent fasting has a 4-hour eating window and 20 hours of not eating food. He does this 6 days a week. Already excellent strategy for controlling your blood glucose level. Sugar spikes in order to keep your brain and your body constant so you're not getting tired when you're doing a very high stress job where mistakes are going to cost you a lot. His food is primarily meat and veggies with a minimum number of carbs. I love that as an idea because whenever you're on an off day or you go out to eat or something like that, you're not going to be eating probably just meat and veggies. Everything that your family wants to eat or your friends want to eat is probably going to be heavy in carbs. So during your work time, limiting yourself to meat and vegetables, I think is an excellent strategy. He does break his fast with a protein shake. And he says he has 1.5 liters of coconut water per workday. I'm not sure when he's having this. If he's having this during his 20-hour fast, it's a different type of fast than what I would think about. Coconut water has electrolytes and a bunch of stuff in it. Therefore, it will affect the way your liver processes stuff. So if you're having coconut water during this 20-hour window, it's a different type of fast than I would be doing, but I don't have any information on that. If he's slamming down this coconut water during this 4-hour window, I think that would be the best for sugar spikes, but I don't have more data on that. During his job, he is a physician, walks 10,000 steps per workday. So we already know that walking does not need to be covered in the program design. He's getting plenty of time on his feet. The gear he has is 2 Kettlebell Kings competition adjustable kettlebells. You can tell he watches this channel, and an 8X Mason club, and an arc handle. You can tell he watches this channel because he has the absolute best 2 pieces of equipment to shove into a small space that can be done anywhere. 2 kettlebells takes up, no space, and an 8X club Mason arc take up no space. And he has an infinite amount of programs he can write with just those 2 pieces of gear. Overall layout, in the morning he does a mobility program. He wrote 13 minutes, but I think he might mean 12 because we put out a 12-minute mobility program through Strong and Fit that's 6 days a week that focuses on neck, shoulders, hips, and therefore spine. Doing that in the morning wakes you up and turns on all the systems of your body so that you are ready to do your job. He has a 5-minute stretch in there as well. And once he warms up, he works out, he does club and mace, and then he does his stretch. Overall, fantastic way to wake up. That is going to be less than an hour. In the evening, he has 10 minutes to warm up to make sure he's doing everything correctly. He has a 10-minute stretch and he focuses on kettlebells in the evening. Good idea. Intermediate weight, intermediate complexity, activate, turn on all of the rotation patterns of your body and work on standing up well with grip strength. Excellent thing for the morning. Heavy weights, more straight lines in the evening, probably when your brain is fried, so less complexity in the evening. Let's get to our pure program design. I had to write this one down 3 times in order to fully understand it. Think of this as an ABC program. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, ABC. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, ABC. Sunday and Wednesday will be analogous. Monday, Thursday will be analogous. And Tuesday, Friday will be analogous. And of course, one day completely to rest. AM program and PM program all days of the week. So there are 6 days of the week and 12 workout sessions in there. And then each one of those workout sessions is going to have slightly different things with their own math. This is high-level Tetris of training already. Sunday, AM, single arm club, 21 minutes, focusing on mill and reverse mill. Then in the PM, clean and press, swing, which is going to be a hand-to-hand swing, and pull-ups. Monday, AM, 2-hand club, PM, Turkish get-up, snatch, chest. Tuesday, mace flow, slam ball. Jumping down here. Sunday and Wednesday will be similar. AM single arm club, single arm club. Mill, reverse mill. The final goal of all of our single arm club is to get us better at mill and reverse mill. We're going up in weight, we're keeping the complexity the same. He has a basic stay for that to support it. Inside circle, outside circle, shield cast. I talk about these things a lot because if you are good at these and you go up in weight, everything else will get better. Excellent idea. PM, clean and press. The perfect path from our Nerd Math clean and press program. He's focusing on the 20 and the 22K right now. So he's been running that idea for a while, and that's where he currently sits. Same thing down here, the perfect path. So this has built-in heavy, light, alternating wave of intensity just by doing the perfect path that's already been laid out. The swing program, this is light. Swing program down here, heavy. I believe this was a start-stop, hand-to-hand swing. Higher complexity, lighter weight. Two-hand kettlebell swing, two hands, heavier weight, 30K, focusing on that basic swing. I don't remember if this was start-stop, but I don't think it is. So start-stop, focus on getting down, hand-to-hand, cross-body stabilization of the core, stand all the way up, hip snap. Two-hand swing, pure hip snap, more weight, love it. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Predictable amounts of time. Perfect path, 7 to 20 minutes, 7 to 20 minutes. Predictable amount of time. Here's some interesting things. The final section of this evening program is pull-ups and rows. This is clever. Swing light, pull heavy. Swing heavy, pull light. Changing the angle between these two things. This one I had to think about for a minute, but I think I understand what he was saying with his pull-ups. His pull-ups are 10 minutes. He wrote 4x3 plus 1 as many rounds as possible with band. What I think that means is 4 sets with 3 reps inside of 2 minutes plus 1 set of as many reps as possible, not as many rounds as possible, as many reps as possible. I think I understand that correctly. So the final set is a sexy set. He dropped weight, he added a band to add assistance, and then he's going as hard as possible on the final set. Everything else is leaving something in the bank. Only the final set is a burnout. That is a very good strategy. Arms, abs, legs, calves, cross-body stabilization, stand up all the way. The foundation of a truly Herculean physique. A deadlift pattern, Herculean physique. Pull-ups, Herculean physique, but only one of the sets goes to failure. That's a very good strategy for staying alive. Same thing down here, perfect path. Swing, all predictable math. Single arm row, 5 sets of 10. Volume cycle building to 10 sets of 10 on each side. So keeping the weight the same, adding sets every time he does it, and then at the end when he gets to 10 sets, he will go up in weight. I believe it was 1 kilogram. On the Monday, Thursday, our B program, AM, 2-hand club, strong and fit. Single arm club, you can get away with less rotation in your body, and you make sure the left and the right hand side of your body work equally. Everybody finds out that their weak side is not as good, so you always start with your weak side first. 2-hand club, 2 hands on the same club. You'll be able to do more reps faster. Predictable number of reps, vary the number of sets. You're doing, say, 5 and 5, and then you have a number of sets. Here, time under tension protocol. So depending on how you're feeling that day, you can either go faster or slower for each individual exercise. I don't think I saw a variation between heavy and light here. If you wanted to make that a variation, he has 9 kilograms and 9 kilograms, so I assume he's doing the same thing and just running a progression. If you wanted this to be light and heavy, then it would be, light day would be higher level of complexity, lighter weight. So level 2 or 3, lighter weight. Down here, level 1 or 2, heavier weight. Simpler movements, lower level. Simpler movements equals lower level, heavier weight. So you could have a heavy light cycle there if wanted to, and he has an 8X adjustable club, so I assume he could if he wanted to. It just has to be a slightly different weight. It could be different by 1 kilogram, 2.5 pounds, or 2 kilograms. And then that could become a heavy light cycle there. PM, Turkish get up, light, Turkish get up, heavy. 28K, 30K. Not the same weight, doesn't matter. He's doing, I believe, 1 left, 1 right, and he's building up towards 10 total minutes, and then he'll probably go up in weight. Down here, 30K. The only thing that has to happen here is because these weights are very similar, you don't really have to do the math, just do 1 rep less than you're doing up here, or 1 minute less. It would be better if it was a little bit bigger than that, if there was more space between the light and the heavy day, because we would like our heavy day to be, 2 minutes less than our light day or something like that, so that the time period is not so similar and the weight's not so similar. Just for variation in longevity, encourage you to do more training. Snatch gets interesting, double long cycle. Snatch, volume cycle, 5 and 5 reps. I believe he was at 16K. When he gets to 20 sets of 5 at the end of his volume cycle, 100 reps on each side in 20 minutes, then he will go up 1K. Excellent strategy. He can run that and walk up doing that for a couple years. Just walk up through doing volume cycles, and it varies. When he gets to 20 sets of 5, he will add 1K and then cut it back down to 8 or 10 sets and then walk it up again. So there's a variation there within itself. Double long cycle down here, he's doing time under tension. So this is a volume cycle, this is time under tension. So he has 4 minutes with double 12Ks and he wants to build towards 10 minutes. He doesn't really know how he wants to do that. We know that 212K is not super heavy for him. Clean and press 20, 22. Turkish get up 28, Turkish get up 30. Double long cycle, 212s. Basically, this section here is going to be technique work. I would encourage him to maybe set a metronome app for 13 reps a minute and do 4 minutes. Already psychologically terrifying if you're not used to that length of time under tension. Even though it's not heavy, your body will want to give up and you will have to focus on your structure, your breathing, and your movement. That is the point of something like this, to force you to make every rep the same, because any variation becomes very costly. Probably add 30 seconds each time you do it and see if you can get to 10 minutes. Probably about 7 minutes, start alternating this with a heavy light and have 2 13s and go back to 4. And then 2 12s, 7 minutes. 2 13s, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. So you could build in a heavy light there. If you stay with the 2 12s and you just try to go up, the 2 12s will always be the heaviest thing you've ever done with this exercise. So any type of heavy light variation in there between weeks will trick your brain into thinking it's easier each time. Here's the big nod to sexy training. Chest section, double kettlebell chest press, alternating with push-up AMRAP. As many, I believe that's reps as possible, not as many rounds as possible. So predictable number of chest press, max number of push-ups. He has 5 sets there. So he's starting with 10 double chest press with the kettlebells, flipping over and doing push-ups. It's an excellent strategy because anytime we're pushing to failure, we assume that that's sexy training. You can probably do it on something like push-ups because it's really, you're not dropping anything on your face. You're not going to drop a bar in your neck if you fail. If you fail, you only fall as long as your arms are. He does that here on this day, and we're going to come back and talk about this at the end because he had some questions about that specifically. Tuesday, Friday, mace flow, light, heavy mace, heavy, 9.5 kilograms. 8X adjustable mace. This is a flow mace, 5 kilograms, which should be 5 times 2.2 pounds per kilogram, should be 11 pounds. 20 minutes, unrestricted, figure out what you want to do. That's nice because it's a creative block of section to counterbalance all this pure science stuff. Heavy mace, 10 to 2 and 360 alternating every minute, 10 minutes total, changing hands at 5 minutes. So that's really a competition set. And then the PMs are slam ball. Slam ball takes care of itself. There's 5 levels in slam ball. It's 60 seconds of work, 60 seconds of break, which gives it variation from all the other timing protocols up here. So by accident, just by doing the math on every one of these things, you are doing metabolic conditioning and getting your body to learn to adapt to different amounts of work, different amounts of rest, and different movement patterns. Everything in here is total body except these 2 chest things. Overall, this is a fantastic idea. Note, If he's going to keep this heavy mace in here, probably flip the Friday and the Tuesday, because that's a 10-minute set and that's a 10-minute set buildup. 4 minutes to 10 minutes, 10 minutes total. Putting these two things next to each other might just be generally annoying, and it would be better if they were separated by more days. Or just replace this once again with mace flow, because this is a lot of work. Mace flow is kind of therapeutic for the mind and body. It's not super hardcore. You can make it up a little bit different every time. This competition set's pretty hardcore, and it's going to be hard every time, no matter what. Because he's already got slam ball in there as well. So maybe replace this with something more creative for that morning session, just because after all of this, you're going to be beat up. And he did comment that he's having trouble with his chest. I believe it was underneath his collarbone. There's connections right there, and that makes sense because those muscles are stabilizing every time you catch, every time you catch, every time you catch. Every time you clean, every time you swing, right here, every time you snatch. The faster and the harder you snatch, the more that's going to get messed up, if I understood him correctly. So to modify this sexy chest section, it might make it maybe 3 sets instead of 5 sets. I don't think 5 sets is super necessary. I think 3 sets will probably be fine with everything else that's going on, especially if you're already getting trouble up here. And then this chest isolation at the end might be pushing you too hard. Are there other things you could do with chest? Yes. You could do some type of band contraction fly, but doing chest is a little bit harder because chest is more of kind of a bodybuilding idea. It's push-ups or dips or overhead press or Turkish get-up if you want to keep it purely functional. But this nod to sexy training, as many reps as possible, means that this is pushing towards failure. So if you've already stressed your chest as a stabilizer with everything else that you're doing, pushing it here might be hard. So maybe cut this number of sets down from 5 sets to 3 sets so that you're saving a little bit of extra, and then maybe you could do more reps because you'd have less total sets to do. That might work out better. 3 sets of 10 is classic. Everybody who's ever gone to a gym and been a trainer, they teach you 3 sets of 10 and then stack up 3 exercises in a row in sexy training. Voila. So that is an issue there that you might fix. These 2 things might need a little bit of assistance, but overall, this is an incredibly good Tetris of training design. How many things are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Are there 15 separate moving pieces in this program? So something that's the same like slam ball, I count it as 1 piece, but I count mace flow and heavy mace as 2 separate pieces. So 1, 2, 3. Those are the same. 4. These are the same but running on different time schedules. 5, 6. Snatch is different than long cycle. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's different than this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces here. This is good. This is high-level nerd math advanced program design. Yazan is going to get super tired. He's going to need to take step-down weeks. And he can run this for probably about 3 weeks before he's going to start to get nagging injuries like he's starting to get here from chest. He's going to start to get nagging injuries because he needs to give his body a little bit more time to rest. He's probably not going to want to take an entire week off because it will put him off schedule, and because he is a physician, he needs to maintain his schedule. So cutting weight on everything in this program would be a really good idea. Or on the 4th week doing, say, only body weight exercise, like body weight get-ups, or ring rows instead of pull-ups. Get rid of the push-ups. Maybe try light cycles of dips there. Krav get-ups, judo get-ups, basic stuff in the 4th week. Write a separate 4th week program and have it be, once again, an A, B, C program and pick an A, a B, and a C. And then you can do the same layout, but he's going to need to drastically drop his amount of work every 4th week or so in order to keep him from getting injured, because this is just a lot of traction on the joint structure. And if he does it for a while, a couple of years, that won't be a problem anymore, but I don't know how long he's been doing it. But the fact that he started talking about what I believe was an injury here that's keeping him from doing chest work, that means he's starting to traction his body more than it can recover. So a step down week, either keeping the same idea and cutting the load or the reps by 50%, or just jumping cycle entirely and doing something like body weight get-ups for the week and building another program will be an excellent idea. And then coming back to this program after he's given himself a big variation. But we want to take an easy week on traction because this is a massive amount of traction. Excellent program design, Yazan. Guys, keep sending me programs like this. This is an excellent amount of data, and it's an excellent layout with good questions wrapped in. The more we look at these things, the more people will learn. Right now, I think that Yazan is a better trainer than almost any trainer I have ever seen in any type of professional gym. This layout is massively good. I mean, it's incredible. So, it's working. People are watching the channel, they're going through this stuff, they're writing things down, and they are learning, and I am making myself obsolete, which is kind of the whole point. The point is that everybody learns how to make their own program to the point where I am no longer necessary because the world will become a better place because everybody will be healthy and they will have things to do and it will just be, it'll be better.